I'm Barbara from Christina Phipps Foundation, and today I have Lynn and Nina with me. We're going to do a nice little somatic flow to help calm the nervous system and just to feel really good. So we're going to start by just closing eyes, coming into a nice Tadasana or a seated Tadasana, feeling connection to the floor. I'm going to soften my knees here, roll the shoulders down and back. Feel the heart lift with an inhale. And we're going to find a nice steady rhythm of breath. So we're going to breathe in for 4 and out for 4. So let's do that together. Let's all exhale completely. And then inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Keep that going. Inhale. And exhale. And we'll try one more. And exhale. I'm going to bring my hands together at heart. And we're just going to start to feel that nice self-touch here, a little self-soothing. So I'm going to start by dragging the fingers of my right hand down to the base of the palm, and then coming up that hand and down to the base of the palm on the other side. And we're just going to kind of let that flow. And as we're moving that, we might think about that 4-count breath, slowing down that movement. Starting to notice where you might feel it in the arms, the shoulders. And so the next time we come over to this side, we're going to drag that over to the elbow and move it forward. And then bring those fingers over to the elbow. Nice, slow, gliding movements. Enjoying that easy flow of breath, movement. And we're starting to open up a little. We'll do one more here at the elbow. And then we're going to open that up a little more. I'm going to step forward just a little so that I'm not in their space. We're going to open up and come to the shoulder. And then maybe there's a little pause where you stretch back and then you slide everything forward again. Come to the other side. Little pause. Stretch back. And letting that flow with your rhythm of breath. We'll come over, and then as we come back to the other side, we're going to hold that there. We're going to lower this arm down, bring it to the hip, let your hand rest on the shoulder. Take a breath in, out. Find that gentle root and rise in the body. On an inhale, there's an energetic lift through the heart. On the exhale, we're just going to bring that hand to the shoulder, turn the chin to the shoulder. Inhale, come back. And again, a little gentle press. And back. If you're doing this from standing, remember to keep knees soft and not locked. We'll come back. And we'll open that forward and over to the other side. Lower the hand down. Hand rests on the shoulder. And just a little small opening of the shoulder. Back to center. Exhale into that press. And back. One more. Bring those hands forward and back to heart. Come into breath. Reestablish your 4-count breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Maybe taking notice inwardly of the sensations that are moving through the body after those nice gliding movements. And then we're just going to kind of slide up, and maybe we'll come to the elbow and back down and up. We don't need to get very big with this movement. Just finding some different places in the shoulder blades and the back body where we might be sensing that motion, that lotion in our joints. We'll do this side up, and we're going to come out. And we're going to bring that up on the first side. We're going to bring that other hand down to the hip. Find a little root. Get some length in your body. I like to feel the stretch from hip to armpit, and then maybe a little extension into the pinky. That helps you to soften that shoulder away from the ears. If you like a little more bend in the elbow, you can do that. And we're going to exhale over into a crescent and inhale up. And exhale over into your crescent and back up. And the next time we come over into that crescent, let's hold that shape. So we have lots of choices with the arm. Right now I have a soft elbow. I could bring that hand to the top of the head. That sort of eases any tension in the shoulder if you're feeling that. Or you might like a little hook of the arm over the head. That opens up the stretch in the side body a little more. When you're here, think about rooting into that hip, rooting down into your foot, and then lifting, opening the space in the side body. Other people might prefer a really deeper extension of that arm. So we'll see what feels nice for you. And we'll bring that back down. And then we'll let everything come back to Tadasana so that we can take a moment to let that release, move down through that side body. So take a breath in, exhale. Feel that release of sensation after the stretch. And then we'll bring hand to the hip, bring the other hand towards the shoulder, and we start to inhale and exhale. And this might be a straight up lift, or it might be a little more of a half moon stretch for you. We all do what feels nice in our own bodies. And this time we're going to come over, and again, we're going to find a place to hold. Now another nice alternative in this is to bring the hand to the back of the head and support it there. Another fun variation that you can try. And we'll come up. And again, we'll release everything back to Tadasana. Close eyes, take a moment to breathe, feel, be aware of body, sensation, energy. Breathe in, exhale, release any effort. And as we come back to heart, we're going to come into warrior. We're going to go in this direction. So we're going to start in warrior one. I'm going to just bring one foot back, but my helpers are going to turn their foot out to the side. And when you're in warrior one, maybe out this way, bend that knee. There you go. And then we're going to maybe support. You're going to turn to face your leg. And if you like some support under your knee, you can bring that down and rest your shin on the block and bring the toes back. The toes back this way. Yeah. And she's got a bigger stretch, and she's come out from the corner of her chair. So that's a nice alternative too. I'm going to ask her to bring those toes down. because we want to feel the rooting of the four corners of the feet into the mat. So this leg's going to come this way. And then turn. Now if you're in seated, you're going to step your right leg out to the side. And to assist here, one of the things you can do is to bring a block under your shin. Oops, there we go. To support that shin. And that just helps if you're having trouble with the hip flexors and that. So they're in that shape. I'm going to go ahead and keep my right foot forward, step my left foot back. And so now we're all in positions for Warrior One. So we might go ahead and start with some of that up and down movement again. Slide up. And here in Warrior One, I'm reminding myself to keep my knee over my ankle, not to bring that knee forward, because that would be a hyperextension in the knee joint. So we want to keep that stable. And we'll bring that to heart, and then we'll turn the fingers forward. We'll extend through the arms, and we're going to come into a humble warrior. So as I slide one arm down towards the elbow, I'm going to extend heart forward, come up, other hand slides forward, come up, and we'll continue to move that with breath. And if you're in standing, that is a lot of work in the core. So you want to make sure you're keeping abdomen lifted towards back body and not causing too much exertion in those lumbar muscles and that low back area. We'll bring that up. Hands come to heart. And we're going to transition to Warrior Two. So they're going to bring their heart forward. And if you want, you can extend that back leg out from the corner of your chair and get a little length there. I'm going to just transition here. We'll bring palms forward, and we'll start with that bent knee, the forward leg. We'll open to that side, and we'll open over to the other side, and keep that nice steady flow of movement. We'll move through one more. And now as that back arm comes down or out, we're going to bring that hand to the hip. We'll open the other arm forward, flip that palm up, and come into a reverse warrior here. So again, there are choices. Hand can rest on the head, maybe lift the elbow, you can hook the arm, you could reach up. Strong foundation. I've got weight balanced in both my feet, so I have a nice center of gravity here. And then we'll extend both arms out and relax. And we'll come forward again and get that on the other side. So we'll start with hands at heart. And let's just take a moment to return to breath. Sensation. Might be a lot of energy swirling around. A couple nice steady breaths to quiet that. And now we're going to turn leg out to the side. I'm going to bring my other leg forward. Step out, step out. And we'll try that here. So we'll start with our up and down. Once more, up and down each arm. And as the hands come together, we'll extend forward. And then we start to come into that humble warrior, that little half fold, belly in, strong through core. get one more on each side. We'll come up, and then I'm going to bring that arm across the chest and open back into warrior two. So there's an opportunity to extend the leg if you like, or to keep them in that position. Hands come forward. Forward this way. And slide it towards your bent knee. Forward. Slide it towards your bent knee. And back and forth. Now, you might come right out straight from the shoulder. If you have a little more mobility, you might find yourself stretching back a little more into some rotation. Listen to what feels nice in your spine. And we'll come back. Then we're going to rest that hand down on the hip. Draw the other one across the collarbones. Reach it out. Turn your palm up. And find that arm position that you prefer. And even in this one, if you wanted to bring the hand to the back of the head for support, that's a nice choice. If you're in standing and you need a little rest in that front leg, you could straighten it here. I'm going to keep mine bent. We'll release those arms out and come forward. And as we complete our practice, we're going to come back full circle. So we're just going to come into those nice motions of the arm front and back, sliding down to elbow, back up across fingertips. And then let's make that smaller. Coming down to the base of the palm. Keeping those knees soft if you're in standing. And then we're just going to let that soften back to our prayer position, back to heart. And that's our somatic flow. Namaste.